Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Coming to you live from our comfy couch here in the outskirts of the internet. This is the Gaming Saloon Reviews from May 30th, 2022, with your host, Speedsbreaker2448 and Rampant Epsilon.
Hello.
You know, I realized looking at some people that are going to do reactions and stuff, E3, well, not E3 stuff starts like next week.
Yep.
Because there's a state of play like Thursday or something? I forget the exact date for it. Hang on. Yeah, there's a state of play Thursday. Summer Games Fest is next Thursday. And then the Xbox Bethesda Showcase is the following Sunday. So, it's a good thing TGS is in a couple weeks or so ish. Yeah. But besides that, in the continuing process of here's all the big Toku news, the copyright for the next Rider series came out.
And
it is Kamen Rider Getsu? I have no idea how to pronounce it, unfortunately.
how's it spelled?
Is spelled, because I have to pull it up to actually do it, because it's a very odd word.
And if you pull it up, it might be better. Put it in. Don't do it.
Yeah.
Hearing it?
Yeah. Geats for all those listening. It might be Getsu, something along those lines. I have no fucking idea. No one has a concrete thing on this. All people have done is looked at the romanization of the word and went, hey, that's the same name as the Nordic tribe that Beowulf's from and was king of. Don't the rumors say something about a king? I wonder if that's a connection. So, tentatively, the assumption is next Rider is Viking themed? I'm just gonna shrug and just go, I guess it's Viking themed. I don't know. I'm not super concerned. But I guess you have no particular thought since it is a name and that's it.
Not really at the moment.
Although people are very upset that it is not Shinobi, since, you know, everyone thought we were going to get Shinobi this year. Off nothing. I don't even know if you remember Shinobi.
I'm not gonna lie. We're way past the point where that would have been a thing.
Yeah.
That would have been a cool thing if, you know, they did a soft introduction video and said, oh yeah, by the way, you know this rider from that thing? Yeah, that's the next rider. The fact that we've went this long without anything? No. No, that's just not gonna happen.
I mean, also, I'm kind of okay with that because there's things about the Shinobi special that I'm like, I'm kind of glad we don't have a full year of this because no. Please, no. I do not want sister in love with the writer identity of her brother for like a full year. That I could do without that.
I mean, it would have been nice to have seen something into that
Yeah.
kind of deal. But like I said, at the same time, it's like we're way.
But people gonna be upset about it, and then other people are gonna just throw it in people's faces, like, "Ha! You see, it wasn't Shinobi at all." And I'm just like, God, I'm too tired for this shit. I don't care. I don't care about either side of this. Stop arguing. Stop throwing shit at each other. I don't care anymore.
It's one of those. Get it before everyone. Saber wasn't. But now we're 3 writers in. There's absolutely no way that they're gonna
No.
It's like, first 2, sure. Maybe that was something they weren't expecting to gain any kind of popularity, and when they realized it. But now we're 3 writers beyond that. No, it ain't happening. Come on.
So yeah, that is the Tokyo news of the day, because we keep getting news. Anything else before we just hop into 01 this week? Because it's episode 17 to 20.
No?
Alright then, we're gonna kick off this week by talking about episode 17. It is I, the President, and a Kamen Rider. So, Aruto and Izu are ringing in the new year, since this was the first episode of the new year for the season. When they are called to a meeting with Guy because he wants to do this job competition thing. It's a best of 5 with a human gear competing against a human who's got this fancy chunk of plastic called the Zaya Spec. That is, they literally sold for like $60 and was a chunk of plastic and had no electronics in it. I don't understand.
That was probably.
Yeah. But our first round is going to be a flower arrangement. Aruto is going to be recruiting a florist, human geared called Sakio. Guy recruits Rentaro of this Tachibana school of flower arrangement. So that's our competitors. When Aruto and Izu go and recruit the florist, Izu makes a pun because Aruto's rubbing off on her, so she's doing more comedy bits now. It's wonderful. But the meeting gets interrupted because the human gear nearby gets hacked, goes rogue. Aruto has to take it down, which, okay, Aruto has no problem taking down these human gears.
Mm-hmm.
But later on, he's all upset about those human gears, even though they established that they can back them up without a problem.
And the fact that after the first part of this team, they established the fact that these are being, I guess you still say hacked, but in a less malicious way.
They're being remotely hacked.
Meaning that they can back on to the point where they went berserk.
Quite literally. Which makes Aruto very frustrating for like these entire 4 episodes. Because, yeah, we'll get to it here in a second.
I felt like they tried to hit him at this, like, okay, he's got that breaking already seen.
Yeah. And there's also something.
It almost makes me wonder if this if maybe this part of it was supposed to be first, and maybe all the Matsubo Jinrai stuff was kind of deal, so to split like we got it.
Maybe, I don't know. There's another thing I forgot about with the conversation with Fua later, but we'll get to it. But we get to the match. Also, Izu's looking into the human gears to find if something is wrong on Aruto's orders. And Saki is taught flower arrangement by Zaya so she can do the match. Yaiba's also overseeing this match because she's more or less Guy's assistant for the next, 13 episodes. I hate it. I hate it so much.
More than that, because pretty much outside of, I think, the fight scene we get in this batch, yeah, she's just benched most part.
Which is garbage. Garbage of the highest calibers. It makes me hate Guy more.
Until she finally has had enough of Guy's crap. I'm done with you. Yeah, she's pretty much...
Yeah. We also check in with Fua. He's interrogating Kurobi, who's online, and more or less, here's every interrogation scene. Tell me something I want to know. Kurobi says absolutely nothing of substance. Myrrh.
Nothing of substance. Something might hint of something.
Yeah.
For Fua to...
Because for all intents and purposes, I think Kurobi knows nothing. Legitimately.
I think his comment of after he got blown up, he was disconnected from the little group. I feel like that statement is exactly correct. He knows of certain things that could be in play, but he doesn't know what actually is in play.
Yeah. Hang on one second. I'll be right back.
Okay.
All right, I'm back. I was trying to figure out where this barking was coming from. It was soft enough to sound like it was outside, but I'm like, I'm hearing this too clearly through my headset for that to be the case. I go in the living room, my dog is barking in his sleep, as he does. I don't know why he does it, he just does. Anywho, back at the episode, match happens. Sakio loses, and this upsets her because the guy calls out this errant flower thing that disrupts everything, and it makes her lose. And she's like, you suck, and goes rogue and gets hacked. And Aruto tries to stop her, doesn't work. Fight ends up spilling outside. That's when Guy just shows up and is just like, hey, I got a fancy new driver. It puts it on, becomes Thouser, and just takes out the Huma gear. And takes down Aruto in Shining. And he's like, I am 1,000% better than you now, because that won't fucking get old after a while.
I know one thing he's not 1,000. thing that he designs for Naruto.
Yeah. Also, end of episode has Yaiba getting called about some stolen progress keys and raid risers from somewhere in Zaya, I guess. And they were stolen by the mysterious hooded person I'm calling the Hood because we don't know that it's Naki yet. Technically. We also don't know that it's also technically Fuwa.
Even though after looking at the show after that reveal, and it's like, yeah, this. They weren't really hiding it. They were just being elusive enough to the fact.
It doesn't help that both Fuwa and the Hood are wearing very big jackets with big hoods on them.
Mm-hmm.
The only difference is Fuwa's is furrier.
Fair.
But this takes us to episode 18. This is My Flowery Way of Life. They recover Sakio because since a Zetsuba Riser wasn't used, her backup wasn't destroyed. Therefore, we could just restore her from literally when she got hacked. And then she tells Aruto and Izu about a thing, which leads to Aruto calling a meeting with Guy in the Tachibana person. We find out that he cheated because he helped Sakio by putting that errant flower in the thing to start with. So Guy being upset that, you know, he's making him look bad is just like, I want a rematch now. So you're doing a rematch. Man.
Yeah, you got caught cheating. Let's do I say that way intentionally.
Because that's the only thing he gives a fuck about.
Yeah. As we find out in the back half.
Yeah. But in the later meeting, this is where we find out the guy is 45 years old, but he looks 20 because plastic surgery is a fucking miracle, I guess. And he also worked with Koronosuke back during Daybreak. Which is why he doesn't like hidden intelligence. Kind of.
I mean, yes and no. That's a...
Yeah. We follow up with Fuwa. He confronts Yaiba about her becoming back online. It's like, you turned him back on. She's like, no, I didn't. So they fight for a bit. Fuwa beats her. And that's when Guy shows up like, I will win the fight. Goes Thouser, beats Fuwa because every time Thouser's got a step on scene, he wins the fight. Which I think, yeah, which I'll be honest, kind of annoys me. Because all his fights play out the same. He shows up, transforms, pulls out the Thousand Jacker, steals some Progress Keys data, then immediately defeats whoever he's facing. That is every fight he does in these 4 episodes. Sucks, doesn't it?
A little bit, yeah.
He has to be not only this garbage dumpster fire of a character, he also has to have the most boring fights in this series so far.
What's funny is Metal Cluster kind of changes that a little bit.
Yeah. I think it doesn't help that Thouser has no powers to his own. He is literally just stuck stealing whatever he can to actually do anything of relevance.
Yep.
Fairly large design flaw on his part. But this is when we follow up with the Tachibana guy. He ends up getting a Raid Riser from the hood, and he attacks Sakia at the match. Guy and Naruto step in. Naruto just tries to break him up and tries to talk sense into the guy. Guy's like, nah, fuck this, I want to fight. It ends up knocking Naruto away and beating up the other guy. He ends up not remembering anything. But this leads to Sakia talking to him, and they get a little bit of respect for each other, and then they have the match, and Sakia still loses. And Guy is just smug about it because, hey, I still won anyway, and he's 1-0 now, and Fua is now being haunted by the hood when he goes back to talk to Hirobi because it's behind him, but not really. As you can tell, I've my investment in these 4 episodes is low.
Fair.
As soon as Guy started doing all his bullshit, I'm just like, oh god damn it. Guy, you suck. You're the worst. Any thoughts on these first 2 episodes?
No.
Yeah, they're fine. Just unfortunately, it's gonna feel like we're talking about the same 2 episodes here in a second.
Yeah, because the back half of this basically is the mirror image of the first half.
Yeah, because we'll kick things off with episode 19. She is a home selling human gear. So our next matchup is selling houses over a 2-week period. Guy has recruited this fucking asshat in the goddamn hat, Tatsumi.
Yes.
Fuck this man. He sucks. I'm like, Tachibana, he didn't seem like that bad of a person. This guy, fuck him. He sucks. Put him in the toilet. He is the fucking worst. But Naruto has recruited Smile, who works at this, I guess, smaller, like, retailer, or not retailer, realtor place. Whereas Tatsumi works at some bigger company, I guess. So they'll be facing off. Fua talks to Hirobi again, gets nothing, moving on. Our 2 retailers. Yeah, I can't see it. Because retailers is not correct, right? Or am I just overthinking it? Because that's a different thing.
That's a different thing.
Yeah. Realtors, that's what the word I'm looking for. Realtors, we get to see them in action. I also love that we get this freeze frame moment with Izu introducing both Smile and the Carpenter later. And when she's introducing Smile, it's clear that she's introducing as they're all standing still.
Yep.
But the other one, it's actually a freeze frame and her stepping in to talk about it.
Because this first one, you completely can see Naruto still barely moving.
Yeah, he's kind of like hovering a little bit because like he's trying to balance this tray on his hand. And I think you can see one of the other 2 people like move as well. I think it's like the father of the 2.
Yeah, but it's not as bad.
Yeah. I just don't know why they didn't freeze for him to have Izu speak over it instead of having them all literally freeze for Izu to do this, but later do the freeze frame and Izu step in front of the green screen to be like, hi, this is this human gear. I also don't know why they have Izu breaking the 4th wall and talking directly to the camera for these episodes.
Yeah, good question.
Yeah. But we see the 2 of them are neck and neck. Tatsumi is actually ahead by a small margin. Guy does push him some more to be like, I want a bigger gap. I want to crush Naruto. Do better. This leads him to being like, And then Hood's like, hey, here's a raid riser, here's a key, go fucking do something with it. So he goes and destroys a potential home that Smile was showing to a family. Archer tries to track down the 15th raider. Doesn't work. Fua steps in real quick to help. Doesn't work either. Raider gets away. Neither one of them know who it is, though. Although, fucking, there's no mystery for us. So. But this is when Hirobi updates Aruto on, or Fua updates Aruto on Hirobi. And I would like to point out that Aruto actually says that why isn't Hirobi scrapped? He directly asked the question of why is Hirobi not dead? Like dead. Why is he in custody? Those are direct words from Aruto. So Aruto has no love lost over the fact that Hirobi should be dead by now and is very concerned otherwise. Which I feel adds more to the why is he not stepping up and taking down these Hiroki Gears when he fucking could? Why is he stuck letting Guy handle them and just getting jobbed out every fucking episode?
Because we have to have that conflict between them.
I guess. But yeah, the Fua tells Aruto focus on the match, he'll focus on the Raider. This is when we get a Carpenter Gear to go fix up the place so they can get it sold. That happens. Guy's thinking about the whole Raider situation because it's not part of his plan and stuff. And then we see Tatsumi. He just decides to go harass Smile at work. Like, she's at work showing a home to, I think, a couple. And he just walks up and just starts harassing her while Aruto, and Izu are there. What the fuck? Like, I am surprised this man didn't get death by someone. Because fuck him. But harassing her lets her get hacked, so she goes rogue. Guy shows up because he just knew this was going to happen, I guess. And he blows up the human gear, even though Aruto tries to stop him. Doesn't work. And then he tells Aruto, focus on profits over people. Be a real CEO, asshole. Bye. And that's the episode. Which takes us to episode 20. That is 1000% the best house. So Tatsumi's full of himself because he has a big lead, and with 5 days left, Smile can't possibly win, according to him. And he's like, it's 100% chance I'll win. And Guy's like, it needs to be 1,000. Guy. How the fuck can it be 1,000%? Why does it matter if it's 1,000%?
I mean, we know why. Because of Guy's more horrible father, as we find out later.
Right. Yeah.
The apple didn't fall far from the tree. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah. But Smile's restored, and we get a bit of a game changer because some old rich CEO guy, he's looking to retire because his wife passed away recently, and he's just want to retire to a home of some sort. And he's contacted both retailers to find him a place, and he's given them a 500 million yen budget to do so. So, of course, Tatsumi finds him some big stupid mansion that is almost $500 million to sell him on. But Smile has found him just this little log cabin on, I think it's a lakeside? I would assume it's on a lakeside somewhere in Japan. That is way under budget, and also would not get them the win even if they make this sell. But it's what Smile thinks he wants because A, it's a small home and this guy's fucking 80 years old. Why the fuck do we need to get him a mansion? And B, he wants it for to host his family and stuff. Why would he want some big ass mansion for that? Which, accurate on both accounts. But meanwhile, Hirobi continues to be no help to Fua. The log cabin's actually not quite up to stuff yet, so the carpenter Yumagiri goes to fix it. Tatsubi just shows up, harasses him for a bit, gets him hacked. He transforms into his raider form to go fight him. That's when Fua shows up to fight the raider. But then Guy shows up and is just like, fuck you, I want to blow up the Yumagiri, and blows up the Yumagiri. Doesn't even bother with the raider guy, he just gets away.
I feel like Guy was standing nearby and saw the same thing that Fua saw.
Yeah. God, Guy sucks. But yeah, that happened. Fua updates the other, says that the raider's probably Tatsumi. Carpenter friend gets restored, and he gets 4 other buddies to form a Sentai team of carpenters so they can fix up the log cabin in time. So, yay! We see Arto kind of contemplating like this choice of like, I want to push Smile to get profits because we need to win, but also it's not what the guy wants. So, what's the point in winning if we're doing our job bad? Which, accurate. Aruto is realizing Guy's mentality is garbage and terrible, and to stop acting, do not act like him.
What? No, that's how you run a corporation, right?
But we follow up with Fua. He gets...
I love how we just sidestep that.
Yeah. But we follow up with Fua. He gets drawn to some warehouse by the hood and gets drawn into some back room. And we just hear the shot riser get shot once. We don't see what else happens. So that happens. Back at the meeting, CEO guy picks Smiles because, yeah, I want a small house to host my family because I want to spend time with my family because I'm old. My wife just passed away. I probably don't have that many years left. I would like time with my family, please. Thank you. So Tatsubi storms off. He's like, you didn't win! I won! Still! But I'm gonna be mad about it! So I'm gonna punch something! And transforms in front of Aruto, who tries to confront him. So Aruto transforms and like... He holds back on this asshole, even though he clearly could have whooped his ass in 5 seconds. Because he's in Shining and Salt Hopper for this.
Which, overkill much?
Yeah! But like, Aruto, kick his ass! This man sucks! Like, I get it, you got a bleeding heart, but like, you gotta temper that a little bit. You gotta learn that some people are just assholes and need to get kicked.
I do love the fact, though, at the way they did the fight.
Yeah.
It's a case of he clearly had the upper hand, was willing to drop it there, and it was a case of when that wasn't going to happen, Aruto's like, well, fine.
Fine, get kicked in the face, you shithead. So yeah, Aruto finally gets to win a fight after 3 episodes of getting chopped out by Guy on the side. Yeah. Not even in the fight proper. No, just on the side. But a guy tells him up, is like, you're a fool to prioritize happiness over fucking profits and stuff. But I'm up 2-0. Goodbye. So here's where we get into the problems of this being a best of 5. Guy's taken 2 wins, right?
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna go to 5 because there's no way you write there. It is a rarity, a very, very, very fucking rarity that anytime you have a best of 3, best of 5, whatever that you're doing in fiction, and you don't go to like the 3 or the 5, because why would you not? But the fact that they have Guy win 2 off the bat means that they literally telegraph that Aruto's winning the next 2.
Yeah.
because because Guy's not gonna sweep him. Like, maybe he will get to do 3, he'll 3-1 Aruto, but like, we're going to 5. So
And
Aruto wins the next.
That almost would have been better kind of deal, in my opinion.
Yeah.
If we had saw that 3-1 kind of concept. Because then that would be a case of, okay, we know the next one Naruto would win at this point.
Yeah.
That would then give the, well, will he win the next one or not? Or it would also give the, as you said, more often than not, you go to the full 5. If we stopped at 4, that would give everyone the, oh, wait.
I still feel like this arc shouldn't have been about a best of 5. It should have been about this vote the guys put forward of like, I'm going to give you the opportunity to get Daybreak rebuilt. Because, you know, Metsubo Jinrai's not there anymore. Maybe we can rebuild it, make it something new and special. Isn't that something you want? Just as an offer?
But I got a problem with that part of it, truthfully. Guy's kind of using the arc to do all of the stuff for him.
Right.
The arc's in Daybreak.
Right.
Meaning that he couldn't physically let Aruto even think of rebuilding there, because then that gets rid of the arc.
Right. But that would be the point. Guy knows better. He doesn't want Aruto to win. So giving Aruto the opportunity just to be able to rip hidden intelligence away from him would be the plan. Because he doesn't want to win. So he'd be willing to risk it because it would get him hidden intelligence. That's what I would think.
He don't strike me as the type to be willing to just full on gamble, and I think that's what the job competition was supposed to signal that it was leading towards, even though it failed to.
Yeah,
because that vote probably was the end goal all along. The rest of the 4 rounds probably meant nothing. But I feel like what each of those rounds were supposed to do was supposed to cause the public to question Human Gears in general. That way then that vote would fall in Guy's favor. Except for the way that it was handled, we don't see anyone else affected by these.
Yeah.
So we don't feel that. It's mainly just whoever we're dealing with for the job competition.
Yeah, it's just, it could have been a lot better.
And it's one of those when you got crappy human going against, for the first half of it, Berserk Human Gear. Yeah, you really don't root for either side.
Yeah.
Because, both of these instances have been that way. One more so than the other.
Yeah, and when it's 4 episodes that feel like you're going through the same thing twice, it is not the best way to start this arc at all.
And that's one of those I've said the entire way. The A plot for the job stuff, I completely get everyone complaining about it. The side stuff that they're setting up, there's slight details that it's like, okay, if you rip the rest of this out and combine this all in like one episode, it would be a lot better.
Yeah, if these 4 episodes were pared down into 2 episodes, it would be a lot better. But the fact that it is 4 episodes, it's just we're eating up time. It's where I'm like, we are padding, right? We are padding out time.
And it's weird because we didn't really have 2-parters up to this point, and now we do. So it's almost like we hit the filler and said, oh, let's do 2-parters. Because, yeah, we had cliffhangers, but we didn't really have 2-parters kind of deal.
Yeah. So, not the greatest episode of 01 that we've had, for being honest. It says a lot when we were under an hour right now.
If I recall right, the first half of next week's will be about the same. The second half we might have more to talk about, because that's where the metal cluster stuff comes into play.
Honestly, I honestly only remember the firefighter one of like the first 4, because I'm like, oh right, bingo, the guy that I'm sad we didn't do more Ace Attorney bits with.
Yeah,
because I want more Ace Attorney in my Kamen Rider. But no. But I'm like, the firefighter one. That actually does stuff for Arto as a character. It does stuff like the firefighter guy is actually interesting. Although I did find out when I was looking through the wiki and stuff that one of the notes is, a thing he did was a bad thing as being a firefighter. Maybe he shouldn't have done that. Some resuscitation thing he was trying to do in the middle of a fire is just like, no, you get him outside. You get everyone outside first, and then you let the medics handle the resuscitation if they're on site, because that's their job. Your job is to get people out of the building. So yeah, I'm just like, thankfully because we do 4 episodes at a time, this is gonna go by real fucking quick, and it's just be like, good, that part of 01's done. We're moving on, and we go back up from here. Any other thoughts?
No.
All right, then Wednesday. We do a co-op thing. I don't.
Yeah, 0 clues.
Yeah. Thursday is Turniko Hero in Gikyo's Shocker Land for Rider Chronicle Week. Saturday will be the podcast, or I guess our pre-E3 nonsense podcast for all intents and purposes, even though we have no E3 to talk about.
Her pre-3.
Pretty much. And next Sunday we continue 01. So if you like what you're seeing, folks, drop a follow. Really appreciate it. Chipping away at that Filigo at TGSoon on Twitter gets you updates on live. Like Space Point Discord chat gets this link. Drop by, say hi. See you Wednesday, folks.